excuse me.
Interview with Sherlene DeWitt, homeschool teacher.
Yes.
What was the major reason you chose to homeschool your kids?
Our first decision came when Michael and Jeremy were younger, and my husband was working swing shift, and he was saying goodbye basically as they were getting home from school, and they were spending so many hours in the evening doing all of the school the teachers send them home with, that it did kind of feel like we were homeschooling with the public school anyway. So we just determined it was best for us to homeschool, and they could spend time with their dad. And for various reasons, in addition to that, that was the main first reason we had.
Right. Was it challenging to teach when you first started?
Yes, because of knowing where they were and different ages, different levels, knowing what kind of curriculum to use, and we wanted Christian-based curriculum.
Do you feel like your kids did just as good or better than they would have in regular school?
Better. We had a lot of people asking about what their issues would be social-wise, and my first response is, never would I send my kids to a public school to get their social. Anyway, most of the socialing going on in public schools, I really wouldn't want rubbed off on my kids anyway. And they had involvement in sports and music lessons and church and everything, so they didn't lack in social.
What were the difficulties that came with homeschooling?
Some of the difficulties that still come with homeschooling, because I homeschool special needs kids too. The special needs kids. We've adopted 4 special needs kids, some with more need than others, that are difficult sometimes with keeping all the different levels that kids are. Sometimes you have some that are the oldest, yet they're at a lower level, and the younger ones even higher level. So teaching everybody in a group setting and trying to get the point across, that's difficult sometimes.
What were the conveniences that came with homeschooling?
When you have appointments, you are able to, if you need to do schoolwork at 8 o'clock at night, sometimes you still can. It's flexible when you have an appointment or something come up or something. You are able to be more flexible that way. And my kids always like to do school in the morning in their pajamas.
Justin, come here.
Would you do it again if you had to do it all over?
Yes.
Thought that answer was coming.
Absolutely.
Did your relationship with your kids strengthen or weaken from homeschooling? Strengthen?
Yes. I believe that our relationship was stronger with our children. I feel like we don't have long enough with our children anyway, and the influences and the things that are indoctrinated into them sometimes are not exactly what I agree with. As far as like creation and those kind of things, I don't agree with a lot of the way the world agrees that it is, and just gives us more time together and things, closer bond with our family members.
Yeah. So, as a summary, you had homeschooling to sum up. What would that sentence or paragraph be like?
I think that the only regret I have is that I didn't start from the very beginning with my children. They were 4th grade and 6th grade when we were their last years of public school for our oldest 2. And I regret that they didn't start out in the beginning, because generally I think that homeschoolers actually test higher than public school kids. I just wish that we would have started. I had a desire to, but I was frightened to, afraid that they wouldn't get enough at home. But I wished I wouldn't have been chicken in the begin with. I wish I would have started sooner.
And then one last question. As far as college goes, how do you think the benefits of homeschool for college is, as far as college prep? Or
2 of our children that are already done homeschooling. Both went to college. Both of them graduated in college. And one of them with an accounting degree and one with a teaching degree. I think that homeschooling teaches them good work ethics and personal responsibility, and because once you go to college, you don't have someone keeping you get to class on time, get your homework done. You have to be self-motivated, and the same thing pretty much at home. In homeschooling is it teaches your kids to work independently and get things done on their own without deadlines and whatnot. They have to.
Cool. That's the interview. Thanks for doing it. Sherlene DeWitt, homeschool teacher.
Thank you.